You know, kind of nice. Anyways, hey, welcome everybody to day 2 of the Talos Principle, and Merry Christmas. Yeah, I was just busy enough yesterday that I was like, yeah, it doesn't really make much sense for me to stream. But now we're here, Christmas Day. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. I did consider like playing something else, but then I'm like, yeah, might as well just continue the Talos Principle. No game seemed like super Christmassy that I was like, yeah, this seems like a good fun time for just a one-off stream. So might as well continue the game that I'm actually playing and enjoying. Right? Wow, we're only like 10% of the way there for, I don't know. I guess the first one's like main story progression, and then there's like 8%, 0%, 8%, and 8%. I thought like the Golden Gate thing was like a very much late game kind of thing though. Oh well. But hey, here we go. We can continue. I swear it. Okay, hold on. Is it actually installed on a hard drive? Like, why would it be telling me this? Oh, it is. I'll have to fix that next time. It worked fine for the most part. And hello. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to wear a Christmas, Santa hat, but it should be fine. So, I guess we're gonna continue on here with this glorious place. Oh, it's like, huh, that's interesting. It just pointed off in the distance. But hello, number 3. Okay. We'll find out about that later. Okay, so we have a driller in here. A thingy. So I don't think drillers work on like any kind of, yeah, it's only like these. So I can get out that way. That one's close enough for me to take. There we go. Anything else? Not really. We can take the converter. That's the way that we're gonna get green. But then the major question here is like, how are we going to get, other stuff? I love how it just like increases slightly enough. Alright, anyways. So we got that now. I guess let's get everything out so that we can start thinking about how we want everything set up. Like that. Because the real problem that we're gonna have here. So we have like red and blue right on both sides, and the matter of the question becomes, how do we get one out? Without using the drill hole. mean, I guess we could do it this way, right? Like... Oof. Actually, that starts to come... I mean, technically, I could probably just keep connections. Yeah, like that. And we can take the driller, drill a hole here. Take that one, take that one. But there. There we go. Easy peasy.
Good job, 1K.
Thank you. I forgot my name's 1K. So that's accessible from this point. I mean, it works. I just don't know what that does, or if I even got the right color. Assuming green is a good. We'll go follow up with it later. Let's just go to 4. Somewhere. I mean, we'll eventually loop back to it. Then find out I probably needed like red or something. And just be like, ah, shoot. But here's number 4. Ooh. Placement. Huh. Okay. So one of those walls. I do love, like, the fact that the architecture is very, rampant in this one, right? Like, there's not really much, like, a straightforward, oh, it's just clear walls and stuff like that. Fan. Okay. Okay. So we have this. And that gets us a connector. Clean. Clean. Kind of weird that there's a connector, though. Oh. I see. Wait, I don't see, actually. Where the fudge is... Oh. Well, that's high up there. Yeah, I think I could just reposition this down a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, it's not quite... it's not going to be quite easy to deal with, and I'm guessing that's what's blocking this. So my main goal is to get the cube, and I think what we need to do is go over here, grab the connector, and drop it on the button right here. Alright, so then we can take this. I can't take the cube that way. Or sorry, the connector. So I gotta grab the connector this way. And if I do this and that, I'm gonna place it here. Turn it on so it'll raise itself. And we just take this and just go put a little hole in it right there. Nice, smart.
You know something that's weird about these puzzles? They're not replicas of the simulation puzzles, like the ones in the museum.
Wasn't there an artist who did an exhibition a few years ago that involved new puzzles of some kind?
That was Barzai. It was called Trials of an Imagined Past. I tried to get you to come along. You thought it would be boring.
Were they similar?
No. Not at all.
Was it boring?
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's really up to the people that participate in the puzzles, whether it's interesting or boring. Also, I have no idea if this is going to where I want it to go, or if this is somewhere... It's a triangle puzzle. We could totally do it. Yeah. Let's see, I was going to say something. And then my mind just completely blanked on what I was going to say. Keeping connections. Okay. Oh, right. I was going to talk about... what's interesting enough about puzzles is that you don't exactly want a puzzle that is too difficult. Okay, so that's the thing. We can actually just walk through here too, though. So we got that. And a connector at the very end here, and it seems like that red one will open that. And then we have a red thing here. Okay. Well, if I do this, and this, yeah. Keep the connections, right. And we can just, I don't know, drop this here for this second. We can take the driller, place it here. Keep the connections, drop it here. There we go, that works that way. Can't double drill, so there's not really much I can do there. I can take this now, which is great. The problem is... okay, that works. So we can take this, and then now we can try to get... I have very little hopes of this. Okay, so it kind of works there. Yeah, that should be enough, actually. Just give me enough distance to, you know, work it out. There we go. Smooth.
Any progress on the particle clouds, Melville? It's pretty clear they're integral to how all of this functions.
Is
I've
it?
gathered a lot of data, but I still have a lot of numbers to crunch before I can give you an answer. And I can't guarantee that my answer won't be another question.
That's
Glad
fair.
we don't get headaches.
It's interesting that they have a concept of headaches, though. Like, it's one of those things that they're like... you think functionally it just wouldn't matter. But, regardless, the important about making good puzzles is just about making something that, you know, people will put some thought in and figure it out. Ooh. Le Frage 2.
While exploring the forest, I came across a sight of primal force. A beautiful stag, standing on a hill silhouetted against the setting sun. It appeared like a messenger from some divine natural power, perhaps from Gaia herself. Even to a being such as myself, less susceptible to manipulation by instincts and hormones, it was clearly a moment of revelation. In such moments, we are told to avert our eyes. But what if we do not? What will we discover if we look more closely? If we could speak to the stag, what wisdom would it have to offer? The answer is none. The stag is an animal of overwhelming stupidity, driven only by fear, hunger, and lust. there is no abyss for us to plunge into behind this revelation. Rather, the revelation is as flat and unreal as the plywood walls of a film set.
So these monuments represent each of the entities. Pandora, the Sphinx, and Prometheus.
Makes sense, I guess.
For a given value of sense.
I mean, it's touching something up there. I have no idea what it is, but I guess we'll check it out after doing 5 here. Duet. Alright, so we gotta make some holes somewhere. We can't grab and pull that out of here. I can't walk through here, but we have something to stop things with. A button. It's gonna be real great. And... okay. Switch on that side. So this is obviously the first place I can start. So I can put a hole there. Put a hole here. But I'm not close enough to grab that. So it's kind of useless. So, but I could probably put a hole here and maybe touch the switch. I can, okay. Whee! We in. Okay, so now I got jammer. Can I... also I can jam this. I could also jam here, or jam there. But I think what we want to do is jam here so we get the access to the second one. So if we go... hopefully like that, we can get like a good enough jam spot. Yeah, nicely done. And all we have to do is just, you know, climb this. Through we go! Alright, so now that we can get both of these here, is there like no way to take these out? Oh, wait. Alright, how close does this get me? Super close, actually. Hold on. Who told me you couldn't jam through fences? It's a little awkward. I guess we could just place that there, though. Climb out, and then grab this one and just... I'm thinking about this a little too much and a little bit in like not the right direction. So like if we do this right, because we can get in and out of there without any problems, but what we can do is we can just, you know, drop that there, come out to the outside, grab it here, and so then now we have 2 of these out. Does that help a lot? Maybe. Hard to say. Let's put a hole there for now. We can take the jammer, drop it through the hole. Because there's not really much way I can get that out by itself. But I can get it into a position where it can hopefully jam. Like that. Just pick up this one, place it here. And I think this is it. We go through. Clean cut. It seems like there could be like more to like some kind of meta puzzle. Although like that, and I'm thinking this lineup. But we gotta do like 7 and 8. I'm curious about this though. Like, it just ends. So, that means one of two things, right? Like, basically, either we need to take that green one and shove it somewhere, or take it as a color and use it elsewhere, or oh yeah. See, like this guy right here. Interesting that it's just not lined up to do so, but I'm guessing I'm gonna need to use one from there to just grab and go yoink it out. That's a pretty flower. I mean, it is the definition of robotic flower. Okay, well that being said, let's go to 6. After this, I just need to turn on 7 and 8. And then double back to 2 and 4. Passage. Alright, so we got one fan that's always on. That'll take me up to here. If I stand on this, that activates this, which sends me over here. Which takes me to a driller. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to like take something. Or get the driller out. Well, I can't really do much with the detached fan at this point. I can take the detached fan and go this way though. I can do that. So that now we're gonna fly over here. Big drillers, just drop them out like that, and then whatever that thing is. Up. Can we make holes in holes, or do we have to make holes in... Oh, okay, we can't make holes in holes. That wasn't the right one, I need this one. There we go. Yeah! Jammer. Okay. Okay, but then the question is... Create a hole here. We take one of the drillers. We jump on here. Place this somewhere. Drop through here. Drop it through. There we go. I just like the steps, you know, like the little bit by little bit, where you're just going like. Okay. Yeah, no, read you. And then you're like, oh, yeah. Alright. 7 and 8. Ooh. One of these.
Looks like you found another lab.
I did. Wonder what they did in here.
Wow, that's a lot bigger than I expected.
What were they doing here?
And who are they?
Ah, it's like a converter. Palm reader. Stratton ideas. A fragment from the Stratons of Origins of Thought, as quoted in a commentary by Simplius of Cilicia, Stratton. To say that material things are brought into being by ideas is to flatter ourselves, which is an error philosophers are particularly prone to, because it raises those who think above those who do. Nicomachus? Like, I don't know how to pronounce these names. Then what is the truth that does not flatter? Stratton. That the reverse is true. Ideas are brought into being by matter, and so each man's ideas are shaped by the world that surrounds him. As clay is shaped by its mold, those who live in mountains fear cold, those who live in desert fear thirst. The Athenians are shaped by Athens, and the Lacedaemonians are by Sparta, and likewise it is for all people. But may ideas, if we take each man to be an idea, not by deliberate action after the shape of the mold, as you put it. To discover a method for accomplishing this is the chief purpose of philosophy, my friend. Footnotes 12. A newly discovered Heraclean manuscript, likely a lost part of the Baraki collection, contains an additional passage that differentiates between Pneuma, the individual mind of spirit described as an energy arising from matter, and ideas, which are produced by the pneuma as it interacts with the materialistic world. Philosophy is useless if it offers no way of changing things. At least Stratton tried and didn't lie to himself. But how can we change the shape of the mold? Stratton never says. Perhaps demonstrating the fact that the other shapes are possible, we can change it all ourselves. But perhaps we could, like Alexander Drennan, create the conditions for change. Version, the previous settings fixed all functions, but it was an error. Cooling system improved. Easier to destroy, hard to create, easy to optimize, only one aspect. Insufficient energy for trials. Okay. Now we got a new schematic.
The world is a wonderful place. Every day we take
Miranda.
another step forward. Every day we come closer to the truth. The closer we get, the more I can see the beauty of the universe, the intricate perfection of its mechanisms. I am a machine, and the universe is a machine. Every part of me serves a purpose, or I could not be myself. I could not be Miranda, because that specific person could not exist without those specific parts and their specific functions. In the same way, every part of the universe serves a purpose. I think that is what we were meant to discover here.
I mean, data stream overload. Oh,
1K. You just connected to an extremely powerful data stream. Are you all right?
yeah. I think I had a vision.
Yes. You were streaming. We all saw something. You're lucky it didn't fry your motherboard. Please, everyone, let's be careful with these terminals from now on.
I'm still gonna touch every one of
Yes,
them.
let's all try not to die.
Oh, come
More
on.
importantly, who the hell is Miranda?
There's no one by that name in New Jerusalem. I just searched the database.
Maybe it's one of the people who built this place.
A new person. Someone we've never heard of before. Someone born outside the city. We have to find out more.
But where did they come from? And how many people does it take to build something this huge?
Like I said, we need to find out more.
Well, you'll be happy to hear that I'm about to fix another part of the transport system.
Ooh.
Thanks for the files, 1K. I hope they didn't fry your brain.
It's already been fried as much as possible. Alright, so what's up here, then? Oh, there's more. Saint Edwald identified the tetramino with the tetragrammaton, and the Greek word for God, because to him the mathematical properties of the tetramino reflected God's ability to reshape the world without breaking its laws. Elohim, in his desire to impose meaning on the simulation, which is the primary function as storyteller after all, took Edwald's heretical ideas and integrated them as the sigils of his name. But, despite all these layers of obfuscation, there are some kinds of truth hidden in all this. The world really is, in a sense, made up of minute parts that can be combined and recombined without breaking the underlying laws. Everything that exists makes some kind of fundamental materials, and those materials are brought into existence by the same fundamental functions of reality. And yet the miracle of existence is that we are not all one, but are in fact radically different and separate. I mean, yes, if you do look at somebody at the molecular level, like, practically everybody is the same, but... Oh. I was expecting it to gray out, but I guess that's because, like, the bottom option has, like, a thing that goes all the way through. Yeah, just, you know, made up of little tiny bits, and they all make different things. From the Book of Reminiscence and Regret by Eustathius? Ugh. Man, all these specific names, just hard times. In the early days of our people, a great deal of responsibility fell on my shoulders. There were few of us then, and though we are stronger and hardier than any human, we are not invincible. The world was an overgrown ruin, and our resources extremely limited. It was a harsh time, but I felt passionate about the work, fired up by many sacrifices that had brought us here, from the Ian team to the people of Gehenna, whose code was part of my personality. Bit by bit, New Jerusalem grew. We had to adapt some of the plans Drennan's team had left behind. I don't think they had expected the simulation to take as long as it did, but it was all working. That's when I made a terrible mistake. Thinking it was the way of safeguarding against disaster, I proposed the creation of a second settlement, New Alexandria. As the location was far from the dam that powers New Jerusalem, I attempted to build a thermal power station that would take advantage of a local gas reservoir. However, I foolishly used geological data from the archive, failing to account for the amount of time that has elapsed. 5 years later, this error led to an accident that leveled the settlement and killed 31 of my fellow citizens. Of all my many regrets, this is the greatest. Eustathius never forgave himself for this mistake. He drifted away, isolating himself from everyone in New Jerusalem. But was it really his fault? Yes, he made a mistake, but why was the entire weight of New Alexandria colony placed on his shoulders? A simple process of review and discussion could have prevented the entire disaster. Does that mean New Jerusalem as a whole is at fault? Yes, he did his best. I feel sorry for him. But the dead remain dead, and that has to be faced. The ethics of extinction. If a species we consider beautiful and remarkable goes extinct, we consider that a great evil. Dolphins, for example. If dolphins go extinct, that's a great loss. If humanity causes dolphins to go extinct, that's a crime. But if Yersinia pestis, the bacterium that causes bubonic plague, goes extinct, is that equally great loss? If not, why not? To nature, there's no difference. It's all the life forms. The only moral framework that allows us to choose between dolphins and the plague is a human one. What about a species going extinct without anthropomorphogenic fact? Gosh, ugh. This game makes me read big words, and I know big word person. Oh, extinction is the norm. If one day dolphins, actually, I do say big words, but it's more in the context of my job that big words make more sense. Dolphins are no longer capable of competing with other species. Should we let them go extinct? When the sun finally dies and all life goes extinct, will that be a tragedy? If we can prevent it, should we? If you believe that extinction is acceptable when nature does it, but not when we do it, then you don't actually oppose extinction. You don't believe that dolphins are inherently valuable, that they deserve to live and thrive. You just oppose human control. You oppose our ability and responsibility to choose. I mean, you do drive a good point there. Like, the problem is that functionally, because of human hunting and stuff like that, like, humans have an impact, but there's, like, natural circumstances of which animals are just never going to live, right? Plus, who knows? You know, maybe like the whole concept of like species being moved around and stuff like that, functionally, could be more akin to, you know, it could happen randomly too. Like, I don't know, bird grabs a fish and brings it over into a new pond somehow, and then that fish starts to thrive in the new pond as a new species. Granted, the circumstances are very like fluctuate. Wait, hold on. Yoink. Okay, that's done. Granted, like, that's very circumstantial, but it can happen. I have the needle. Okay, well, how do we do this? Nothing. Okay, that was pointless. What about this one? Ooh, this one actually has something in it. Multiple things in it. Oh, there's a cube there. But we can grab a connector, and then blue, and then a hole. Okay. I'm not gonna say that this is gonna be like clean cut. Oh, there's. Okay, so we can't get in there now. But granted, like, I don't think this is going to do much for me because we also need to get it around the bend and then into the hole here. So we need to grab more things. So let's do this. Or we can drop this here. And then let's go grab the cube from this side. Okay, so we have a free cube. Now we can place this here. Grab this. And then I guess... Yeah, because that only makes sense in the context of grabbing the cube. Oh, wait, there's a whole little side thing here. Thank you so much, Rap. The game's been enjoyable and stuff like that, and I really did enjoy like the first Talos principle as well. Yeah. We can just eat right there. And we should be able to just jump over. Actually, wait, how does this work? I mean, I can't take this out, so... But I can jam that. I mean, is there going to be enough of, like, a hole here in order for me to, like, get through this? Because that's the only way this makes sense. Because with the jammer in place, I can then take this and do this, but then why couldn't I just do this with, you know... There's a gate in the way. In fact, multiple walls, gates, everything. I mean, I could get this in here. Hold on. Ooh, I'm not on the beta version and stuff like that, but I am playing on Steam. You know, if I put the hole a little bit more over, then it would be fine. But the problem is that it needs to go, like, all the way over there. Oh, wait. Wait, yeah. So if I do, like, this... Oh, that's... It's not enough. I need to go further. I need to drag it over. Maybe like there. Yeah. Now I'll have enough to make it through the section. Okay, so that's jammed now. So now I don't have to worry about doing that, but hopefully this makes sense, because then what I want to do is I want to take that, I want to grab this, drop it off here, place that there. This is going to be interesting. Wait, does this work? There we go! I think conceptually it's like, yeah. Part of it is just like, oh.
I've managed to extract an audio file from 1K's data stream incident. It's hard to be sure, because it's just a fragment, but I think it's some kind of log or diary.
By Miranda?
We finished a new lab today. Some processes are still harder than others, but energy output was up 2,000%. It's incredible how each leap forward enables another. The next iteration of the machine will...
2,000?
So as we suspected, someone was experimenting here, but experimenting on what? What was this machine they were building?
Maybe it's whatever powers the megastructure.
I mean, it definitely is something that needs a lot of power by looking at it. Wait, why is this pointing me straight forward and pointing me to that? Why not the 8? Where's 8? Is this 8? Oh, this is 8, okay. Saw. Okay. So we have red, blue. Part of me thinks that I don't want to exactly do it this way, where I'm... Oh. Looks like it's going to be a back and forth kind of thing. Well, yeah, there's kind of like no way to actually get the thing. About the Steam achievements. I mean, I really... Conceptually, like, Steam achievements for me don't really matter as much. But if it is going to be something that's going to kind of, like, help my understanding of future things in the game, that I'd prefer not. Right, so some of these, like, I can just do this, right? Like, I don't need to worry about the whole thing. Oh, I get what we want to do, though. So we have something like that, right? And then we do something like, this. And what we do is we go... That didn't make sense. There's a Steam achievement level. So this isn't gonna do what I want it to do. just gonna do this. It's not gonna help. Also, oh, this is the one where I can do that from. Okay, so I also have to I have to set that up on my way out too. Like, maybe if I set it up so it works like this way. Yeah, this does it for me. Because then I can take that and then I can go right there.
Good. Let's get some measurements from this particle cloud.
That should be all 8 of them. Ah, it just keeps the thing open for me. Thank you. Now I need to see about that and that. Great, of course. Wait there. That'll do. Alright, so this should give me this thing.
The hunter does not hunt because he is hungry. He hunts because he revels in death.
Really? I was thinking like food sounds really good right now. The New Theology. From the New Theology by George Bernard Shaw. The object of the whole evolutionary process is to realize God, that is to say, instead of the old notion that creation began with a God, a personal being who, being perfect, created something lower than himself. The aim of the New Theology is to turn that process the other way and to conceive the force behind the universe as working up through imperfections and mistakes to a perfect organized being, having the power of fulfilling its highest purpose. Yeah. In a sense, there is no God as yet achieved, but there is that force at work making God, struggling through us to become an actual organized existence, enjoying what to many of us is the greatest conceivable ecstasy. Ecstasy. The ecstasy of brain and intelligence. Actually conscious of the whole, and with executive force, capable of guiding it to a perfectly benevolent and harmonious end. That is what we are working to. From the Lives of the First Companions by Randolph. After these events, Nam decided to consult the writing of the ancients, but while philosophy and religion interested her, it was art in all its form that came as a revelation to her delight. She discovered that meaning was not something constructed purely out of logic or will, but that it could also be found in stories, that even the characters and events of a story were not factual. They had a validity and weight, as if they somehow were real after all. She was astonished that such a profound experience was freely available to all humans, but concerned that too few took advantage of it. So she set out to enrich the inner lives of the fellow citizens by promoting the arts, stating with the legacy of Gehenna. Name sounds so nice. I would love to meet her one day. She must know more about New Jerusalem art history than anyone. When we do, remind me to explain how to pronounce her name. The default settings in the binary languages libraries are wrong. Okay. I probably didn't do that any justice overall. But I mean, to be honest, we have a bunch of libraries and I still don't think people really use them that much. But we also now have the internet where you can Google search anything. But it's also not fact checked commonly. So that's a thing. From the introduction to Leviathan by Thomas Hobbes, nature, the artwork God has made and governs the world, is, by the art of man, as in many other things. So in this also, gosh, the way this is written does not jive with me. That it can make an artificial animal. For seeing life is but a motion of the limbs, the beginning of whereof is in some principal part within. Why may we not say that all automata, engines that move themselves by springs and wheels, as does a watch, have an artificial life? For what is the heart but a spring, and the nerves but so many strings, and the joints but so many wheels, giving motion to the whole body, such as the intended by the artificer? Art goes yet further, imitating that rationale and most excellent work of nature, man. For by art is created that great Leviathan called a commonwealth or state, in Latin civitas, which is but an artificial man, through the greater structure and strength that the natural, for those whose protection and defense it was intended, and in which the sovereignty is an artificial soul, as giving life and motion to the whole. Lastly, the pacts and covenants by which part of this body politic were first made, set together, and united, resemble that fiat, or the "let us make man," pronounced by God in the creation. It's obvious that Hobbes has read Stratton and is extrapolating the Talos principle to the level of the state, but unlike Stratton, all he wishes for, at the end of the day, is a powerful ruler to control the machine, to tell him what to do. Huh. Is it really that conceptually? I mean, in some levels it kind of makes sense. Did I flip this? Okay, yeah. So that's on. Now I need to go to 2 and 4 and find out where those are. Which I should be able to find. Yeah, because this is 5. We found out where the things were being aligned at. Is this 1 in front of me? 2 is over here. There's also a mystery thing here, so I probably should pick that up while I'm at it. Ooh, going off the rails. It's another hand thing, and I don't really feel like more reading at this point. Hey, that's turned on. Okay, now we go to 4. I know that we have like one more thing as well. Another triangle place to go to. I like how there's like pathways and stuff like this, but you can still just go off the rails. Alright, that should do it. Ooh, it's flashing too to be like, hey, hit me. Take your prize. It's a very interesting statue.
Every answer leads to another question.
Oh.
The last answer leads to the first question.
Isn't that just like a loop? The end goes back to the beginning, which goes to the end. Alright, so it's like way far out here. Does this like loop around? Yeah, it does, okay. It's like Skyrim, you know? You can take the long path if you want, or you can take the short path. Which just involves going through the trees. Loop. of neat that they teach you that. Like, hey, they can go through purple. Okay. So, like, okay, so 2 here, a thing. Put this through here so we can get this now, which is great. I don't need this anymore. I think what we can do is just like put a hole through here, right? I mean, yes. I feel like I'm a little stupid, but like, didn't the cube start here to begin with? And we need 2 things on here. Yes. Oh, but yes. Okay, so let's redo this again a little bit. Pull the hole in that. So we can put that there. Take this and oh yeah. Oh. There we go. What we do, we take this, go here, pull right into it. Go, cube, go! All the way to the end. Yeah. There we go. Just when it clicks just right. Also, wearing this hat is, yeah. I was like, I know this thing's gonna be warm, so I'm probably not gonna be making this a very long stream. But, or I'm not gonna be wearing the hat long, which is fair enough. Is that? I think that's everything about the final hand that will just give me more philosophy and things to read. Actually, wait, where's the... Is there a gate in this one? There isn't. That's interesting. Then again, like, I guess it would make sense that there wouldn't be a golden gate here. Because technically you would need, you know, 8. And if we're considering the fact that there's like 2 in each of the worlds, makes more sense this way. But we can continue on. Actually, wait. There is. Oh well, I guess we'll go to the question mark. There's just not a map marker for it, which is just like, why make a map marker for everything else but that? The world spirit. Okay, hold on. You're created by man. You're a robot, and then you're talking about spirits now. Okay. What is it that drives historical processes? It's easier to miss the idea of the great man, or the great woman, for that matter, when clearly so much is determined by resource distribution, pre-existing political structures, and the randomness of the universe itself. But is there no space at all for individuals in all this? Are there not moments when, in Hegelian fashion, an individual may represent the world spirit itself? Was Napoleon history on horseback? Wait, what? Or not? I don't get this. Napoleon history on horseback? Or is it itself another form of determinism? Ah. Oh, there's new things in the beta version, huh? Huh. From Augustus to Napoleon, from Lincoln to Lenin, there are individuals whose actions seem to drive rather than merely be driven by history. They make bold choices for good or ill that transform entire societies. Or do they? We like to blame them for their failures, but are they not ultimately just the expression of a historical moment? But if they are, where is the space for human agency? It sometimes seems to me that all of human history has been that one struggle to carve out a space for free choice against the tides of history, and heroes and tyrants, pick and choose examples as you will, are both equally a reflection of that. Our greater goal, then, ought to be to extend that freedom to the maximum number of people, to become captains of our own fate, as much as that is possible in this universe. Listen, if everybody is special, nobody's special. You gotta have leaders and some followers. It's kind of the way it rolls. This feels like a name that I should be able to pronounce. Hypatia? Wasn't the first one I was going with, but maybe that makes a little bit more sense. From Hypatia's Journal, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 14. Melampasiamo. I can't pronounce these names. Went back to the dam to get more charging equipment. They've not returned yet, which means that we're stretched a little thin. Since we're still posting guards at all times, but those large herbivores haven't come back yet. And at any rate, Eustathius assures us that they're non-aggressive, but it's better not to take any chances. Not when there's so few of us and so many of them. Athena, Cornelius, and Eustathius spend most of their time drawing up plans and arguing in a friendly manner, but arguing still. The rest of us are managing to tune them out pretty well. It's like background noise after a while. We still started construction of the first habitat. It's going to be temporary structure for now, but we'll all be glad to get out of the rain. You know, I keep looking at these and I realize that they are like hex formatted, but like functionally Is it like hex to string? And I haven't even read the rest of them, so am I going to understand the rest of the hex performance here? Actually, can I even do anything about that? Hold on. Where is the... Okay, there we go. I mean, I don't even know if this is going to be... I think that's enough just to do the first thing. And then... Where is it? It's one of these options. It is not one of these options. I mean, it's definitely not that one either. Yep. We're just gonna call that there that. What about Trevor though?
So, what are you doing here, Trevor? Why are you trying to save the world? Well, look, I think humanity is awesome. I love humanity. As a species, we're great.
Are we?
I mean, our track record is pretty mixed, but have you seen everyone else? I mean, what did you do today, animal? Oh, I ate some leaves, sniffed my own butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. Or, you know, I tore this other animal limb from limb, sniffed my friend's butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. They really don't do anything interesting. I mean, you don't see animals directing Big Trouble in Little China. Birds can go tweet, tweet, but it ain't exactly the White Album. I mean, they can't even make a good cheeseburger, for Christ's sakes. They have no art, no cuisine, no pleasure. Animals are nice to look at, but you wouldn't want to be one. Except maybe a cat. I could be a cat.
Trevor. Listen, at least they can be happy with their own things, you know? A lot of humans do a lot of stupid shit, man. This is not even a pathway. Where the fudge am I going? Okay, assuming this is the pathway, right? So we go along here. Eventually we're gonna find... Oh, yeah. Another golden door. Except for I only got 4 things because I'm only so far in. Oh, wait, hey. Man, brings back memories. Oh, first one. Me sitting at terminals being like, how do I respond to this man who's not Elohim? Alright, well, given the fact that we know that 2 in each world means that we will keep progressing and then probably come back to, okay, hold on, not this way. Come back to it at some point. I think we just go this way and then hook right. Right? Should see the gate coming to... There we go. That probably makes the most sense. Yeah. Perfect. First time. Lost puzzles are indicated on it. Oh, great. There's a second one. I mean, a straightforward one makes the most sense, but I guess we can start off with here. That's not too bad. There we go. The Switch Amino one seemed a little bit easier. I'm assuming it's going to get worse as we go along. But the ones in the museum totally kicked my butt. So are we going to have a run into the Sphinx again?
Halt, creature of clay.
Oh, hey Pandora.
You have strayed from your garden.
And clay? What?
And entered a domain that is beyond your ken.
My
Turn
ken?
back now, before you harm yourself and others.
Do I assume that this is like a mistake on their part, that they're saying it's, they're supposed to mean kin? Like, you know, type of view? I mean, I guess this is going to be the question. Do you like the Sphinx?
The Sphinx speaks in riddles and knows nothing but mysteries. She has questions, but no answers.
That's fair. I love the inquisitive type, though. Who are you?
I am, like you, another lost child of Hephaestus in the kingdom of Artemis. But though I am lost, I know my purpose. To stand between you and the flame.
But we were invited here.
Prometheus had no authority to summon you. He is rash and foolish and given to trickery. But his schemes lead only to ruin. Therefore heed my warning. The flame is not for you.
I mean, just because you had bad experience with a magic box. I was gonna go lean this one, but you know what? We're not gonna just because you experienced the bad.
You speak in jest, as Prometheus is wont to, and like him, you are a fool.
I mean, that's fair. I'm assuming no matter how I answer this. Yeah, see, bring on the laser.
How many of those bloody things are there?
I think that was Pandora,
One
which
more.
matches the other one being Prometheus.
They seem to be locked in some kind of conflict.
Might be wise to avoid getting caught in the crossfire until we understand what these entities actually are.
What do you mean? They come to me. They're speaking. Well, actually, hold on. I'm invading their tower. Never mind. Guess if anybody's at fault, it's me. It's usually me. Nice. Another section down. Guessing that means we just carry on to where the next place is. You know, this does give me, and like granted, I've never actually played Myst, but it does give me like Myst vibes. So when it says gold puzzles, does it mean it's just like one puzzle, but made of gold? And the problem is that I need to get like 16 of them. So it's very much like late game.
After 1K found those labs, I started thinking. where did all the tech come from? So I had a look at the serial numbers, and it turns out the answer is New Alexandria.
Oh. Wow, I guess that makes sense. After the explosion, the colony was abandoned. Nobody ever went back for all that stuff.
We had enough to deal with. So many dead.
So that's one question answered. But how did they go from scavenged Alexandria tech to all this?
How did we go from nothing to where we are now? Through
Built
the
it up.
application of reason and the right tools.
So technically, a secondary city was built in the hopes of a giant sea urchin. Okay, am I just gonna get thrown? Oh no! Like the gate is leading to the giant sea
Look
urchin.
at the size of that structure.
How does the material support so much weight? Is it the same stuff as the other buildings?
Yeah. I know it looks like some type of concrete, but the molecular structure is completely different. Whatever it is, it's a lot stronger and less brittle.
Are the labs made out of the same material?
No, that's just ordinary concrete. Although it does have some molecular weirdness going on too. Too little variation in the grain.
So synthetic concrete is what you're telling me. And more or less not like synthetic concrete as much as like particularly good stuff. Oh, inversion. Right, so this case, what we do is we select this, drop it, and then now we get red. That's easy enough to understand. Ooh, and then now since that's converting blue, we can change it to convert to red. Super easy. Again, it is one, the introductory puzzle.
I think about New Alexandria all the time.
You do?
But realizing
Roman
this
Empire?
place was built on its bones just brings it all back even more. We were so optimistic when we started. So full of ourselves. Thought we could accomplish anything. And then, in one single moment, it was all gone. I remember a flash, and then just lying there, realizing that my legs had melted. I tried to pull myself away from the fire, but the servos in my arms were broken. If Eustathius hadn't found me, sorry. Just some old scars.
I'll see later. I mean, that's gonna be a very long time by how the game flow is going so far. Energy maintenance, okay. I mean, granted, I did play through, like, the late game of Talos Principle 1 was insane. Oh. Okay, I gotta think about this a little bit more. Okay, so this one works, because we need red there. So then we can pull red into here. Well, yes and no. Is there anything else in here? No, so, okay, so we have two pieces. We obviously need this one here. There's no way getting around that. It only helps me pull in red. Which we have red here. And no way to pull in blue. Unless I do this. But then I have 2 with no functional way to get the 1. Because, like, you can't Can I just reset this, or do I actually... Okay, so this is not the option for that. I thought this was. Actually, wait, isn't it? No, it's just adding to the thing to make it easier to do. So technically they never really think that you're going to soft lock. Or should be able to soft lock. I was looking at that kind of like, oh, it's kind of like a gate. Wait. Okay, so hold on. If I do... Hold on. Keep that open for 1 more second. Keep the connections, but also attach that one. Don't keep the connections. Grab it, come on. There. Boom. Yada. Yeah, I don't intend to ever use it too. I was thinking it would also act like as a thing where you could just be like, oh, I just want a clean start from the puzzle, which would be preferred, but you know, the things. I think that data stream is really getting to my head.
When we go to New Jerusalem, I'm going to have a cat. He's going to be black and white, and his name is going to be Bean.
Bean!
And I'm going to make sure that he never gets sick, and he never gets old, and he'll be my best friend forever.
You might as well just make a robot cat at this point. Like, these guys' fascination by cats, and are like, but they die, and it's like, yeah, that's because you're robots. You live forever, technically, until, you know, technically your body ages out and stuff like that. But, you know. Breeding. Who needs it? There and back again. So, I'm guessing converter and... Oh, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, converter and combiner. Okay.